Well, hello. We continue with Ministry March Madness.
Yes.
And first, before we get into that, again, we want to share this important update about Save the Date, mark your calendars in the Chicago area. So rather than doing it here at our headquarters, which we've done a couple of times, we wanted to do it in the Chicago area to hopefully even provide more opportunity for those of you that are getting flights. There's a lot better airports in that area. And for some of you, it might be a lot closer than Michigan. So that's going to be August 26th and 27th, and we'll have more updates on that in the following weeks.
Definitely. So as we announced last week, we'll be having our Ministry March Madness drawings live on the Christian Leaders Network on March 31st. That's the last day of the month at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you're not on the network yet, make sure you get an account so you can tune in then. And it'll also be recorded if you can't make that time and up on YouTube. So.
And then for a new way to get entered into the drawing that we just talked about, when that's going to be, you can get this awesome prayer devotional from our incredible student care chaplain, John. And it can be a daily thing. You could read through it whenever is in your schedule and fits. So it does, again, go out a yearly calendar, but even though we're here in March, there's still an awesome time to get started with this. And since it's a new product in our store, if you order it, once again, you'll be entered in a drawing.
Very exciting. And then I just wanted to go over the other ways that you can be participating in March Madness this month. If you're getting in on that degree sale, using that code degree 2022 sale for 25% off any one-time degree payment, you'll be entered into a drawing. And also, if you sign up as a new Vision partner this month, not only will you get some store credit, which is very exciting, but you'll also be entered into a drawing. And then if you want to go over the rest.
Yeah, and giving a one-time donation, and we're putting those one-time donations towards courses. And actually, in a minute here, we're going to have an interview with a professor that's here right now recording some courses. So also referring anyone to CLI using your customer referral code. And also, there's other ways to participate on the network, and we've posted about that, like leaving a Google review or commenting, answering a question. And that one of those questions was, what is a new course you want? And so I'm very excited to be able to interview with the professor that's here in a minute to kind of share what he's doing.
All right, Abby, we're here at the joke of the day. You ready?
All right, ready.
We have a St. Patty's theme. No one's into
okay,
St. Patty's.
Good. I'm liking that.
What is a leprechaun's favorite type of music?
What?
Shamrock and roll.
Oh, that's a good one. I didn't guess it. I was like trying to think. I'm like Irish.
Irish.
Yeah, I was thinking something like that. Awesome. I love it. All right. Well, now let's go over to the interview with our awesome professor. Well, we're back, and as I said on the news here, we have an interview with Brandon is here to record, and I'm so grateful. I got introduced to Brandon actually from one of our other professors here. Matthew had done that international business and strategic management, and what a blessing to be connected to Brandon and what these courses are. Now, I'll let him share what he's doing and introduce himself a little further, but first, Brandon, just share who you are, where you're from, and just start with that.
So I'm Brandon. I grew up in Colorado, in northern Colorado, and then me and my family moved to Denver about 13 or 14 years ago. And it's me, my wife, our 2 kids, 2 dogs, our crazy life. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, I'm so appreciative. So again, thank you for being in this studio. And Brandon has been working very hard recording late nights. So we are very, very appreciative of that. Brandon, why don't you share a little bit about how you became passionate in serving the Lord and how you came to faith?
Yeah, well, I came to faith later in life. So I didn't come from a believing family. I was actually in college when I became a Christian. And before that, I had helped one of my good friends. He got stuck in the middle of his parents' divorce, and I was his friend with a truck. And everybody knows that friend with a truck. So I spent the better part of a month moving him and his mom out and helping with that. Mm-hmm. And I saw in him something that I'd never had before. I'd had a pretty crazy life before then, as you'll hear through some of these courses. But when that happened, he had an advocate. He had somebody who was on his side 100%, and he believed that everything would be okay because God was with him. I said, I want that.
Right.
It took an extra year of convincing after that.
Right.
And a lot of time together. But after that, I accepted Jesus and then started getting involved in churches. felt like I needed to go to seminary, and then felt this calling to help people who had sort of these issues like I did.
Okay, wow. Well, that's beautiful, and I think it's such an encouragement and witness for many of us. We have friends in our life where maybe we are going through hard things, but we can maybe shine that and make a difference, and somebody else will see that and go, I want that too. So that's just really encouraging. So share the courses that you are putting together. It's a variety. There's a couple of different things, and again, that's what I love about this. We're doing a full course, a 1 credit, and some minis. So give them the scoop.
Yeah. Well, we'll start out with the full course is on mental health integration. I'd gone through mental health issues myself when I was in high school, and then coming out of seminary, started a nonprofit to work with churches and mental illnesses. So I did that for the better part of a decade, and I just love how mental health and faith integrate, how we rediscover who God is and rediscover who we are, even in the midst of the hardest things in our lives. And that's that 3 credit course. It's almost like spiritual direction meets mental health. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Love that. And then what is your 1 credit course?
That
Kind of
is
interesting
that's
and a
a whole
different.
pivot 90 degrees. And my wife and I, after doing that for a long time, started a cleaning company as ministry. We wanted to help women who were down and out thrive. And that actually came from working with mental health so long. We saw so many people who just needed a place where they could work and have dignity and have a safe place, and so they could be safe and then they could thrive. So we tried to build one of those places. So we built one of those in Denver, and we ran that for a few years, and then we actually sold that business, but I'll be teaching how you can build a cleaning business as ministry as well.
Very cool. And then some mini courses that will kind of connect on the mental health space, which I, again, appreciate so much. And you guys commented that is one of the things you're looking for. And in fact, Brandon so graciously even added a little further section on suicide awareness and prevention, and just, how to handle that, because many of you commented about that, and that's something that you've experienced maybe in your own life, friends' lives, in the church. All of that is so important. So Brandon, I normally ask a professor why you'd really encourage someone to take it, and I think we kind of know that, but maybe just share a couple of thoughts on what you'd be excited for them to learn and discover in this course.
In the course about mental health integration, it's one of my favorite things, because when we experience things like mental health, when we experience these really hard times, a lot of time there's this opportunity that comes up that we don't have in the rest of life to actually evaluate who we are and who God is. And it's because we have to, because our paradigm falls apart. And that's really what this course is about, and I love that. It's some of the most beautiful work about rediscovering God and rediscovering life with Christ. It's so much fun.
Oh, I love that. Well, I can't wait for that to be available, and you'll get updates when it is. But again, just thank you, Brandon, for your willingness, your time this entire week, and just being able to share the wisdom that God has given you and that you have seen through His Word and your experience in ministry. So thank you so much.
And thank you, Abby, for the opportunity.
God bless you all.